everyone. Today we're going to be going through doing an unsupported upgrade on this ThinkPad E450 that I have from work. And let's go ahead and start OBS. As you can see, the system is old, but not such a relic that it, is e-waste. We've got an i5-5200 that's basically bored, sitting here running a fairly clean install of Windows 10. 8 gigs of RAM. I could put more in there. Don't really need it for what this does at work. And 250 gig Crucial MX500. So pretty decent specs for a second system or an office machine or a child's PC. Basically anywhere where gaming's not really a big issue or where you're not doing anything particularly heavy. So at work, these get used to, browse the web, deal with emails, fill out tickets on websites, and maybe update the odd Word document or spreadsheet. Nothing that's really going to tax any of this hardware. And we're going to try upgrading it to Windows 11. Now, I already ran, or I have the PC health check from Microsoft, and it tells me right away that the processor isn't supported and the TPM is only a TPM 1.2. Well, that's not a big deal. The processor not being supported, functionally there's a couple of Windows 11 features that might not work, but there's no reason it shouldn't as a whole. And beyond that, everything's good to go. The TPM 1.2 versus 2.0 would be a bigger issue if this was a new system. Basically, it'll install on a TPM 1.2. But you have to have a TPM 2.0 to sell a new system with Windows 11. So how do we work around this? Well, it's actually fairly straightforward. Close the health check here. You're going to want to download the Windows 11 installation media, which is going to create an ISO image. I've already gone ahead and done that. That's a very straightforward thing where it basically asks you if you want to make a flash drive or an ISO image. Technically, we could do both. I just created this ISO image here, and we're going to make a change to the registry. And so we're going to go to HKey local machine, system, setup. MoSetup, and we're going to create a new Dword value, and this is going to be allow upgrade with unsupported TPM or CPU. And I'm going to put that in the description because you have to type that in correctly. And if I made a typo here, it's going to yell at me. And we're going to just set the value to 1, which means that allow upgrades with unsupported TPM or CPU is set to true in this case. And from there, I should be able to mount this ISO, launch the setup from here instead of the upgrade assistant. And it should just work from here on forward. Let me check that OBS is still doing its thing. This is where OBS might get a little flaky. This system doesn't have a 1080p screen, so I might lose screen capture when it goes to reboot. But beyond that, it should work just fine. How nice of it to give you the rebooting experience before you've even finished installing Windows. All right, accept the license terms. allows you to choose what to keep, which in this case there is no choose what to keep. And that's it. We'll be back in a few minutes, hopefully on Windows 11. Alright, so we get a little warning. We're going to accept this. Basically, it says if Windows 11 doesn't work the way it should on your system and you lose all of your family photos, it's not our fault. And off we go. All right, and we are back with Windows 11, and good God, I absolutely detest this user interface. Great. Well, love it or hate it, that's Windows 11. And there we are. Honestly, this took maybe 30 minutes. Most of it was spent staring at loading screens. Frankly, it seems as quick and snappy as it did under Windows 10, although I haven't really done anything with it yet. Let's load up a web page. Well, that's neat. Let's try YouTube. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to send a note to our editor-in-chief that our main site is having a redirect issue. But everything else seems fine. Here's one of our videos. And let's set it to, I don't know, 1080. This isn't even a 1080 screen, so I'm not going to ask it to decode 4K. Oop. Yeah, that looks normal. All right. As always, I want to thank anyone who helped support Pocketables, either by subscribing us, supporting us on Patreon, or using our Amazon affiliate links. It is support like that that helps make videos like this possible. I would like to thank Electrix for providing our opening and closing themes. I would like to invite anyone who is curious to join us on Discord. We now have a Discord server. There'll be a link in the description below. Eventually, that's going to go to some sort of subscriber-only model for Patreon, but not today, and I'm not going to kick people out who joined before then, so get in now. With all that said, as always, thank you for watching.